honestly, I think that they should be embarrassed.
ASU, shame on you! ASU, shame on you!
He shouldn't be on campus at all. Like, if it was one of us who did that, they'd ban us from everything ASU, zero questions, even if we won or not.
What the f are you talking about?
I said Kyle Rittenhouse is not just any random killer. He's a white supremacist killer. He's a white supremacist killer. He's a vigilante. He's a descendant of white Americans who killed black and brown people. And those white supremacists back in the day were also acquitted of all charges if we have read history. Kyle Rittenhouse didn't get a guilty verdict because he was f***ing white.
Got a couple to do. What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I know that I am, after watching the hilariously bad protest yesterday at Arizona State University, full of people that clearly don't understand a single bit about what actually happened in the case. Every time one of these college morons gets on camera, I just love it. Now, I'm sure the overwhelming majority of students at ASU are not room temperature IQ. The thing is that the frustrating thing to me is the way that this whole thing played out. You would have to be actively avoiding the facts of the case to like be this dumb. I don't know. Before, let me give you a quick warning. It's almost Christmas time. If you're looking for a unique gift idea, I've got one for you. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Established Titles. Now, this may be the most interesting sponsorship I've had yet. Established Titles is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lords and ladies. The Established Title Pack gives you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate in Scotland and an official certificate with a crest. It looks absolutely sick. Lord Jeremy from The Quartering, my official proclamation. Also, remember that they have a charity partner, Trees for the Future, and One Tree Planted. They plant a tree for every single order, which is absolutely awesome. So you can get this sweet gift for someone or yourself. You can get a certificate proving your title as well as a unique plot number with which you can see the exact location of your land. Established Titles might be one of the best last-minute gifts ever. You could get even a couple pack for you and your partner, where you get adjoining plots of land. Getting this certificate also helps you officially change your name to Lord or Lady and get it on a credit card or some other, whatever else you want, apparently. For those with Scottish heritage, it's also a great way to connect with family. Established Titles is having a great limited time sale, so go to establishedtitles.com/thequartering to save 10% off today. And remember to use the discount code thequartering or just click the link below. That's establishedtitles.com/thequartering. All right, this via Drew Hernandez, Arizona. ASU socialists proudly holding a End to America signs, D to America signs, to protest Kyle attending online classes at the university, even though he's no longer even enrolled at the school. So to be clear, these college-educated adults already knew that he's not attending there. That was made public 2 days ago, but they still held this. What does that tell us? Well, that they're dumb. Yes, we all agree. But the other thing it tells us is that they don't care. That they don't care about the facts of the case, and they don't care about the reality. Again, another, I reject your reality and insert my own kind of situation, because it's already been public that he's not going there. So what are you protesting exactly? And the people they interview are so profoundly stupid that I just couldn't subject you to everything. And, I hope you appreciate that. And if you do, there's a little red subscribe button down below the video. Here's a video from Andy No, far left students at ASU stage anti-Kyle rally, where he's called, of course, he's slandered, calling, the supreme word again, who is descendant from other white people who did bad things. The protest was organized by socialist and militant anti-American students. I mean, imagine paying for this education. You know, that's that. And then you have student with the microphone goes on a racist tirade, an ASU anti-Kyle video. Yeah, she says all sorts of terrible things about white people, but that's totally accepted and, you know, that's promoted. We saw with those popular Twitter spaces. But the great news is there were an enormous amount of counter protesters who at times completely drowned out the protesters, which was hilarious. Arizona State University students, groups protesting Kyle's ties to the school, marched on Wednesday, nearly coming to blows with his conservative-leaning supporters. Protesters chanted, "Lock him up," for what? He didn't commit a crime. While marching through the Tempe campus, signs were also seen denouncing Kyle. One sign read, "Keep the K guy off our campus. Keep this hate speech out of our campus." And others said, "Protect students." Kyle was, of course, acquitted. Zion Hajaja, a freshman from, was among those from the rally. For him, it doesn't matter that Kyle is legally not evil. I don't think anyone with a prior charge of these sorts would even be allowed to attend here. He was acquitted. I assume you're not a law student. Being charged with something is not being guilty of it. I think we know, it goes without saying, that they were there to intimidate and hurt people of color. No. Any evidence for that? People who were supporting the BLM movement. Actually, they were out there stopping people who supported the BLM movement from burning down buildings. However, supporters of Kyle were also seen at the protest on the Tempe campus. Numerous students were spotted with Kari Lake for governor signs in support of the former news anchor's run for governor. Lake has been open about her support for Kyle. Advocates began chanting Kari Lake while handing up flags for the candidate. Kyle testified, of course, that he acted in self-defense. We all know that he did. You know, the university official says that Kyle has not gone through the ASU admissions process, yet these idiots still stood outside, slandered him, libeled him, called him terrible things. And look at all these idiots. Now, it's only like 75 idiots. But that's a lot of idiots. But it was funny because, you know, ultimately you see this thing. Students protesting against Kyle's college enrollment accuse counter protesters of harassment. Why? Because they laughed at you? Because they cheered like, you know, so they sing the goodbye song or whatever. I mean, there certainly seems to be a lot more counter protesters there than actual protesters. Nice big group of people supporting Kyle like that. Very diverse, which is, of course, an inconvenient. Look at the meme signs. Jojo died as he lived, trying to touch a minor. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think, you know, I think a lot of these kids, they go to college and they think, oh, hey, here's a chance for me to, you know, to do nothing, because they're certainly not there getting an education. They're certainly not there, you know, getting opportunities to better themselves, because if they were, they would be in class, not attending protests in the quad. When I went to college, I worked full-time at Walmart, electronics section. Shout out to Janesville Walmart, although it's now a super Walmart. I worked in the old one. Still had a food court in there. The Rock Radio Flyer Cafe or something like that. I almost said Red Rocket Cafe. I don't remember what it was called, but the, you know, and I worked full-time. And then I also drove home on the weekends to work a second job because I got paid much better there. And I didn't have time to be screwing around in college. But fortunately, that meant I completed college and I got a worthwhile degree. Not one in gender studies or social activism or one of these other ridiculous degrees, but an actual degree. And then I went on to grad school and completed that and had a work ethic when I got out of college. These kids are going to college to party and fight the machine while paying tens of thousands of dollars to be indebted to the machine for the rest of their life. They are just kids, and you don't want to be like too mean to them, but also it's like, could you do like the most basic amount of research. By the way, if you're going to walk around with that sign, you know, an end to America, why don't you go to school in Iraq then? Go enroll at Big Daddy U, okay? You know, and then get your eyebrows shaved because they look ridiculous. Anyway, I'm marching because the Ender Kyle should not be going on this campus. Okay. Why? And also, again, I will point out that these people are so dumb, they have no idea that he's already not going onto that campus. He hasn't been, that's been public information for days. But these people live in a post-fact world. And I can't wait to see them telling me they totally could have done something with their life one day as they serve me coffee. Not that there's anything wrong with serving coffee, but yeah, they're not changing jack. If you want to make real change, you've got to do the research. You've got to understand at least the bare minimum about what's going on. Without that, you're just an idiot. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.